Hello, this is Lorraine Gallagher. I'm going to tell you about Modesto City Schools, where I work and where I graduated from high school. I'm going to start out by describing the defining characteristics of Modesto City Schools. Modesto is located in Stanislaus County, about 75 miles east of San Francisco and 70 miles south of Sacramento. 16% of the Stanislaus County residents had a college degree compared with 32% during the rest of the state. And Stanislaus County also had a median income of $50,000 compared to $61,000 for the rest of the state. And Stanislaus County's poverty rate was 19.5%, while it was 15% for the rest of the state. The demographics of Modesto City Schools are that we have 61% Hispanic students, 22% white students, 4% Asian students, 4% two or more races, and 3% African American, and a very small sliver of a couple other demographic groups. Modesto City Schools is composed of an elementary district for the K-8 students and a high school district for the 9 through 12 students, with a common board of education and administration. 7 other school districts feed into Modesto City Schools at the high school level. So we have 22 elementary schools, 4 junior highs, and 7 comprehensive high schools. Students at our school receive free meals. That is, most schools, the students can have both breakfast and lunch for free. The bad news is that means that we have many low-income students. That's why we're eligible to have that free lunch program. Now I'm going to talk about recent changes. The biggest recent change was when last summer a new superintendent was hired. Her name is Sarah Noguchi. And the local newspaper said, why would anybody take this job when we have many language learners, many low-income students, aging schools, declining enrollment, and a muscular teachers union? That's what the newspaper said. And I guess it must be because Sarah Noguchi likes to face challenges. Another new change in our district is the full-day kindergarten and TK we're going to have this year. We didn't have that option in the past because we didn't have enough classrooms, but with declining enrollment we're experiencing, we do have enough classrooms, and all the teachers will have a paraprofessional with them for part of the day to help those young children with their short attention spans. Another new development at our district is the new Department of Professional Development. And the district came to an agreement with the Union of the Teachers and the Union of the Classified Staff for some compensation for the additional training. And there is now a whole catalog of choices, so the staff can take the professional development that's most pertinent to them. And we will be having universal access for after-school programs. In the past, it hasn't been available to all the students. It either wasn't at their site or it was full. But in this coming school year, all elementary students that are wanting to participate in the after-school program are going to be able to do so. What are our district priorities and LCAP goals? Modesto City Schools receives about $400 million in total revenue, and 323 $1,969,832 is local control funding formula money. And $65,783,716 is especially to support the high needs learners. That's the foster youth, English learners, and low income students. And our LCAP goal number 1 is that we're going to provide facilities that are welcoming to enhance and maximize learning opportunities. As the newspaper alluded to, we have aging infrastructure at our schools. So last fall, the voters approved measures D and E, which are providing $131 million to fund essential repairs and upgrades to benefit all students. Measure E is going to provide $57 million to support 21st century learning. The projects it's going to fund are taking care of replacing aging portables with permanent classrooms, changing existing science labs to meet current education standards, improve energy conservation through efficient energy systems throughout the district, and upgrading technological infrastructure. And LCAP goal number 2 is to increase student achievement to ensure each student demonstrates success with California state standards and be college and career ready. And here's Dr. Noguchi talking with future farmers of America about being career ready. Our third LCAP goal is to support students' academic and social success by providing access to remediation and enrichment opportunities and promoting positive well-being. As a participant in the Future Ready initiative, Modesto City Schools is committed to fostering and leading a culture of digital learning within our schools, helping schools and families transition to high-speed connectivity, empowering educators through professional learning opportunities, and accelerating progress towards universal access for all students to quality devices by offering digital tools to help students and families. What are the strengths of Modesto City Schools? Well, one of the strengths is that we've made strides in reducing the number of suspensions. That would be through our use of PBIS practices. And now, gradually, we're going to be adding 4 additional sites to be doing restorative practices, which is a way of solving problems, behavior problems in a positive way. Some other strengths we have are the what are the district challenges? Well, one of our district challenges is declining enrollment. In 2008, 2009, we had 31,889 students, so almost 32,000. And now, as we start 2019 through 2020, we're expecting to have 29,854. And every student that we lose reduces our revenues by $10,253 per student. Another challenge that we have is our poor attendance rate. We have about 94.4% of our students at school every day, and every child that's missing costs us about $57 per day. This would be a good way for us to increase our revenues by improving our average daily attendance rate. Modesto City Schools serves approximately 30,000 students, and 25% of the students are language learners. The goal for all language learners is to become proficient in English and grade level standards in all subjects. But it's challenging. And our next challenge is how many low-income students we have. The 2018 and 2019 demographics of the elementary district say that we have 87% socioeconomically disadvantaged students. Our high school district has 67% socioeconomically disadvantaged. District-wide, we have 0.9% of our population identified as homeless, and 0.5% were classified as foster youth. These kind of circumstances make it hard for students to focus. And basically, until you take care of all basic needs, so the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you can't then get the students thinking about higher level thinking of Bloom's taxonomy. My recommendations for our district, if I were a consultant, what would I recommend? My first recommendation is that the district adopt research-based self-regulation programs. An article in the Psychological Science, a journal of the Association of Psychological Science, the researchers found that children with high self-control are better able to pay attention, persist with difficult tasks, and suppress inappropriate or impulsive behaviors. This is the way to have the time that students are in school be productive, and students that learn these skills at an early age are going to be productive not only in school but all the way through their lives. I also would recommend peace with the union. There's no need to be adversaries all the time. Morale suffers because every year for the last 5 there's been talk of striking. So I'd like to see the district try to settle faster for everybody's sake instead of dragging it out on and on and on. I recommend getting solar on the schools around the district. Over 5,000 schools in the United States already have solar, and California leads the nation because we have 2,000 solar schools. I think Modesto should be a part of that. We have lots of sun. And I recommend shade. So the local electrical utility supports tree planting as a way to provide shade, because structures that have trees around them can have a 30% energy savings, and that means less air conditioning costs. So I think the district could find some money by installing solar and making sure there's lots of trees for shade. These are the references that I used, and thank you very much for watching my presentation. Now all the junior high and high school students have their own device, and we have been installing Wi-Fi in the high school cafeterias and quad areas. We're just becoming better and better at technology.